Shah Rukh, I'll start off asking you the most obvious question since you're here to shoot an ad for a brand you've been associated with for a long time. What does brand SRK mean to you? What does it stand for?
I don't know. I think it's when I heard the name first time or the term first time, I'm not very well versed with it. I don't understand what it means to be a brand. I also do believe that you don't consciously build brands or work towards it. Yeah, it's really nice to have presentations in a boardroom about how you want to do brand building, but brand building actually stands for the basic truths that your grandmother or your father told you. You know, you got to work hard, you got to be simple, you got to keep it simple, you got to have fun, and you have to owe it to your employee that you work the best and make him or her or an organization feel that this was value for money. It's worth it because these employees of mine, all the people who have made me ambassadors or I've endorsed their brands, are very big products, you know, producing corporates or companies, and somewhere down the line they take a big risk when they just take a face, you know, someone like Tag Heuer or Dish TV or you know, Hyundai. You know, these are international brands, much before our time. So when they put a face to it, they are putting their reputation online. You know, me as a filmmaker or a producer, I think 10 times before casting someone in a film. And here is this big company which decides this is the face of what we've done for the last 40 years. So you have to respect it, you have to give them value for money. And apart from all this, like I said, keep it simple.
Shah Rukh, I'm going to take a cue from what you just said, and you said that, you know, I don't understand brands very much, you know, they belong to the boardroom. But the fact is that your company, Red Chillies itself, has done exceptionally well from a small company employing about 7-8 people. It's now a big enterprise. It's got interest in just about every field of entertainment possible. So do you, at some level, think of yourself as a businessman? Because you've shown very astute sense of business.
I've got a lot of youngsters, boys and girls, who've been working with us for the last 8-10 years. Very talented, very weird, very mad, very interesting, hardworking. And I'm like, you know, I see these young boys and girls, and then one fine day they're no longer young boys and girls. They're getting married, they need a house, they need to work, they need a car. And I'm like, guys, what do you want to do? And everybody wants to make a film. So there are times when you can't really make a film. You know, when we started this company, we made about 8 films now. A lot of them didn't do well, and it's a big pressure for someone who doesn't borrow money, doesn't pre-sell the film, doesn't take it from a bank, you know. As a matter of fact, it's very interlinked. I'll be very honest. The endorsements I do allows me to make the films that I want to. You know, there have been times when I fell short of money during Om Shanti Om, and I went to all my companies and I said, listen guys, I need 5-7 crore rupees to complete it. I don't want to sell the film. Can I do an ad? Or can you sign me on? And they were like, of course, why not? And they've all been very helpful. So, you know, these young boys and girls come, and everybody can't make a film. It's a difficult business. So I want them to do something. So there's a line in Urdu which says, ki, I don't know the exact share, but it's like, you know, wo karwa badta gaya. So we started with 7 people who are still there. They are now the senior slaves, I call them, because we work round the clock. And the junior slaves have come in. And, you know, suddenly we have like about more than 100 people working. And now, inshallah, we'll try and put an office. Then we'll work harder to make sure that we pay for the office. And most of these businesses are not hugely profitable, but we break even. But beyond breaking even, beyond making the profit, we have great fun doing it. So far, it's been fun, 8-9 years. And you know, the name of the company is strange. People tell me, why did you call it Red Chillies? And I'm like, if the business is not good, all of us will open a Mexican restaurant. You know, so it'll apply
you
there.
Also say it's real
So that's the astute part of my business acumen. That, you know, you keep a name which can be used for whatever. So,
diversification.
Yeah, we can diversify into any field. So one has been working slowly. I don't believe in moving fast. I just do it because we have enough people who are wanting to do it. But there's never been a business plan, to be honest, and I keep saying it, but nobody believes me.
So you're having your cake and eating it too. You're in business, but you're also having fun. I'm going to use that as a cue for something else. You know, Bill Gates once said that the best part of his job was that he was working with really, really smart people. What is the best part of your job? You're a star, but you're also a businessman and a fairly successful one at that. What's the best part of being SRK, the businessman?
I would like to be someone at this stage of my career that I can have belief in about 100 people and hope and pray that the talent takes them to heights that they one day turn around and say, Shah Rukh, you're not good enough for us to work with. So that's the best part of the business. I want all of them to turn around and say, you know what, it's really nice. And they're kind people. I know all of them are kind. But, you know, I would say, listen, you know, you guys are too big to work with me. So I would like that. That would be really thrilling. That's why I don't have binding contracts with anyone. I want everyone to make a film. So I've got this yearning that everyone in the world should make a film. And more so for the critics who don't like films. I want them to make a film and see their films. But I want all of them to make films. I want all these youngsters to make a film and, you know, go right with it, inshallah. Because that is the best part of my business, that one day I'll have no business. They'll say, listen, we're not working with you. I'm like, okay, take the company and run it. I don't need to run this company. I'm quite happy. I'm a homebody. I like being at home. I don't like cracking deals. I don't like having power lunches. I don't like flying jet planes and, you know, going down and saying, okay, this business, we cracked this money. I don't sit on contracts.
So you're not hands-on at all?
Not at all. Not at all. I just like, I'm just the idea guy. So I'm like, this is what I do. You know, I don't think I'd be good at number crunching. I used to fail in mathematics in school. I was good in economics. In economics, I used to come first.
You wanted to go to the LSE, right?
No, I was very good at economics, but maths killed me. Otherwise, I would have been a science student. But I passed well in maths somehow. But it's like my acting. I've passed somehow in acting. But I really want, I don't want to get involved with that. I get very involved with things I do. So I don't want to get into the numbers. I want to do what I did, you know, discuss scenes and hope the idea works. And I think therein lies the essence of entertainment business. It may be different for other businesses, and I respect that you've got to do your costing and profit and product enhancement, etc., whatever. But in entertainment business, you got to keep it very basic, simple. Also, if you notice, 99% of most successful entertainment businesses are personality driven. It's still Walt Disney.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Yash Chopra. It's Mr. Subhash Ghai. It's Karan Johar. And these are all big people. Steven Spielberg, James Cameron. These are personalities. So somehow, their films or their work, I start believing, when you call it a brand, I call it a personality. I believe in the personality of James Cameron to entertain me when I go to watch his film. I believe in his entertaining capabilities. I stand for entertainment. I think that's the brand. That when I come for an interview or I come for a chat, if I come for wherever I am, my job is to entertain you. And, you know, that's what I do best, I think. And I'd like to stick to it. I hope that the company really finally has big CEOs and CFOs and whatever they're called, chairmen, and I call them CEOs, UFOs, and finally FOs. But they can, they can do whatever they wish to do. And I hope they give me a small room and say, you are the entertaining division. You just think of the ideas. So I'd like to do that.
You've also been very, very successful at thinking up interesting marketing connections in the way that, you know, for instance, Red Chilies has a TVC division, and a lot of the brands that it handles are also brands that you endorse. So that's a nice little fit that you have there. Similarly, for KKR, you use some of the brands that you represent and you use them during the IPL season. Again, very, very smart marketing. Do you think of yourself as also a marketer, entertainer?
No, you see, the first rule of communication or entertainment is get enough people in the room to at least see the entertainment and then decide it's no good or I really like it. Get the book to be sold first to enough readers. You know, it has to reach to people. A part of that reaching is to market it. I find it now getting really over the top and strange at times. I do remember, I'm not saying I'm a pioneer, but I have good ideas about going out and telling people to watch a film depending on the kind of film it is. So if it's Om Shanti Om, it is over the top. It's like, God, let's just go and see Om Shanti Om, man. They're talking about it so much. For another film like Chak De, I was like, I would never talk about the film. Let the film release. Post-film also, I never gave an interview about Chak De. And I'm very proud of that film. Even after we get the national award, I don't talk about it. It's the film about those girls. And that's the whole idea. That's the simplicity and goodness of that film. And if you can market films according to the nature of the film, similarly, when we did IPL, a lot of people didn't believe in it. A lot of people said it's too expensive, it's not going to work, and, you know, whatever, domestic cricket does not work in India, 2020 is not test cricket, whatever. And I think we were also very worried. Me personally was very worried because I'm the only unlisted company, you know, it's personal money. So I just went to all the friends who were working with me, like Nokia, who are fantastic people. I explained to them, I said, look, this is what I think will happen to this. I don't know, yes, I can't guarantee you success of my team, but I can guarantee you success of this. I think it's a great thing. I wanted to do it for soccer. I love sports. So they came on board, and Nokia has never done a sporting event before. And I'm so glad that it did well for them. So I think it was out of duress that I've gone there, not out of some smartness. Actually, you become very smart when you're in trouble, you know, and when you're in a shortage of funds and you don't borrow. But I truly like if I was to do a job for you or offer you a business proposition, my first rule of business is, and I think it's my mom and dad who used to say it, I have to make sure that you gain from my business. I want to say thank you for your business. I want you to make some money out of it if that's what you're looking for, or name out of it if that's what you're looking for. And the third part is that I need to very, very clearly be honest to you. Like, this is what I can deliver. And I think that's why my business works. It's as simple as that. That you come, work with me, and you know, then this reputation of being King Khan, and I joke about it, please, I don't say it seriously. A lot of people think I'm being pompous. You know, he's a big star, and he's Bollywood's biggest star, and XYZ, and all this happens. And I'm like, God, now if they work with me and they lose, that really sucks, man. So my friends have been helpful. Fortunately, I have these ideas about sports, and the times are changing. I'm 43 now, but I think my ideas are still relevant. They are about youthful people. Maybe I've had children at the right age, so I understand kids like this, youngsters like this. I've still not aged mentally. I've still not gone into being a thespian. I've still not gone into being a guy. I'm still looking, I'm like, still, it seems like yesterday I've come from Delhi, and I want all the guys who employ me to gain from me.
So you're hungry.
I'm hungry to make sure that you're happy, and that's the job of an entertainer. So I think that's a simple aspect of business.
I'm going to come back to KKR a little bit. KKR was a very interesting experience for you. The interesting part of the fact is that, you know, your team, even though it did not do well on the field, made money from day one. So it was a success in that sense. Was it a learning experience for you?
No, it's just this. It's ironic, I think. You know, it's like you make a flop film and you make money. So I'm really depressed by it, personally, and I understand it's a sport, and I always knew that there will always be a 50% chance in losing in a sport. It's even as uncontrollable as a film, or even more so. It's more risky. The boys are wanting their best. I think maybe we made some bad decisions. When I say bad decisions, they were not business decisions, they were sports decisions. Take this person, make them do this. The things you realize that emotions are very high in this job for the cricketers and the coaching department. And I realized that it's not as idealistic as it should be. You know, everybody's got to feed their families. Everybody got their own stresses of doing well and not doing well. And it's my shortcoming that I didn't realize that we are in a real world playing in unreal emotion. And maybe I made all the mistakes. Having said that, I'm going to win this. That's one thing very, very clear. I'm going to win this. And the first 2 years, yes, we made profit. I don't know if we are the only company, but we are told. I read in economic times at times that, you know, we are the only one who are making a profit. We did.
From day one.
From day one, yes. We've made money. Not too much, but we're not in a loss, which is wonderful. Also, it's wonderful because I don't have the money. If I lost 10-15 crore rupees, people think from the outside stars a lot of money. I don't borrow, like I said, and I've got no other investor, angel or otherwise, or venture capitalist. Nobody. Everyone says I'm selling the team. I won't. This is my team, and I'll make them win it. Would it make me happier if we won the championship and lost some money? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But again, the logic is if we won, we'll even win the winnings, so we'll not lose any money.
Yeah, so.
But it would make me happier. I wish my team was winning, and I wouldn't mind the business going wrong. That is the essence of this business, and I'm going to make sure that we win, inshallah. I'll pray harder, I'll work harder, and hopefully the boys will get it right. And it's a chance game with a lot of talent and a lot of skill, but it can go wrong. 2020 is like that. But I feel really bad we haven't won. And like you said, that did he teach me any lessons? No. For me, it is about winning this, winning it on the field. IPL is not my thingy, it's Lalit's and BCCI, so I can't comment on that. But KKR has to win. We have to go there, win happily, be smiling, and enjoy ourselves, and look like sportsmen after hurting ourselves. And that's what I want KKR to do. No, business-wise, I haven't learned. I mean, I guess you learn that it doesn't make me happy that I show a profit. No, it doesn't make me happy at all. And inshallah, we'll win it and have profit. Very good. Don't have profit, it's okay. We got to win this. My children get depressed. We lose. You know, I have this childlike quality in business. You got to win, man. I mean, you got to do well. You got to make little kids want to be night riders. I want them to wear golden helmets. I want them to wear black T-shirts. And yeah, and this is the first time. Korbo Lorbo Jeet Bo. I want Bengal to be proud of the fact that I went there and put this team on. I know I've let them down, and I can't help it. You know, I can't retake this, and it's not me acting in this film. I would not, but there are days, you know, if I hadn't hurt my shoulder, I would practice and start playing for KKR. I want to do this, yeah.
You'd be an opening batsman?
I don't know about batsman, but I'll be a better coach maybe. At least I'll do my Chak De speech, and it'll work with the girls.
Touché.
Yeah, so it would work, and maybe I'll get it right, but we get it right. I think we are on a good wicket now. I've been sitting with the whole team. Fortunately, I've hurt myself. It's a good thing. I'm spending a lot of time setting up KKR. The cricket part of it, which we thought we've done last time also, but there were communication problems, language and stuff. But now I think we made it more basic, simple, straightforward. And yeah, I think this is the last year we have a chance. You know, then 2 more teams come in, etc., etc. We got to win this, man. I mean, I know in a certain way KKR is a bit responsible for the branding that IPL also has. Yes. I don't want to let down IPL. I want to win this, yeah. I don't want to let down IPL and Lalit and the whole BCCI.
What is it that drives you now? Are you still having so much fun that you don't want to waste a minute? You want to be there. You want to do it.
Yeah, I'm for 1 year I've been really in pain, so I've stayed at home. First time I have even seen my cupboard. Otherwise, it's just been put by my wife, and I didn't get a chance. Once we shifted into the bigger house, I'd never set my cupboard myself. So I've gone and done it now. I didn't know which books I have. So this is the first time I've stayed back. And, you know, so my wife tells me, you know what, I think it's time you can take it easy. So I say, okay, yeah. So I sit down in I have a bed now, which, because of my shoulder, it comes up automatically. I have a big plasma TV, of course, Videocon. And but I sit down and put on this movie on iTunes. You know, you can download it, and I'm watching it. And as I'm watching it, suddenly I'm getting worried. But listen, I can't do this. I'm a middle-class guy. I have to get back to work tomorrow morning, and I'm hyper. And I wake up, and I'm like, no, listen, I need to get back. I mean, this all is okay. It's nice to be traveling in first class for a bit, but I need to be able to afford to buy the ticket.
Would you like your children to be what? Actors, sportsmen, what?
Sports people, yes. I'd love my son to be a soccer player if he can, if he wants to. He does taekwondo and he plays a bit of soccer. My daughter's very good. She's amazingly sporty. And I first want them to be taller than me, both of them. Second, I want them to be, I think they're really good at sports, both of them. They run fast, they play hard, and they enjoy it. I like the fact that they're unkempt and ungroomed and dirty. They come back from school and you know that they've been rolling in the mud. So I'm very proud of them for that. I think they're studying hard and making an effort. Whatever they want to be. I think the life, they have 2 problems. One, life has been easy for them, and I'll make it even as easy as I can. So maybe they won't have the depth to be great actors, but I will hopefully launch them and make them big stars. Second part is, I hope they never have to live under the shadow of their father's name. And in this field, maybe I've created that shadow which might cover them. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm some big guy, but I think they will have to somehow find their own footings, be an individual on their own, and have an identity, whether it's in acting, whether it's in sports. My daughter acts quite well. It's a good mimic. My son is devastatingly good looking. So, you know, you either be talented, or you be good looking and you can be a star, and or you can be like me, be neither, and still be a big star. So I think whatever they wish to be, I'd be just happy that they're happy and doing something nice.
But Shah Rukh, you know, you are also an icon in many ways, very interestingly, because you are a symbol of secular India. I mean, you know, for what you are, the way you have been, the roles you play, in many ways you symbolize secular India. And the interesting thing is that, you know, in my family, for instance, my mother, who's 65-year-old, is a fan of yours. My niece, who's 22-year-old, is a fan of yours. My husband, who's 44-year-old, is a fan of yours. And I'm sure my 20-month-old baby will be a fan of yours.
I'm working on you. I'll make sure you're a fan of mine also, because you conveniently forgot that.
No, I'm the interviewer. I have to be, you know.
Saying we'll get KKR to win, saying don't worry.
So that, you know, isn't that a huge responsibility? Because you're cutting across age, you're cutting across communities. In a way, you kind of symbolize post-liberalized India, don't you?
Yes, it's now I find it a responsibility. Earlier, I just did what my values told me to. So the choice of films I've done, if you notice them, somewhere down the line, there's some people may call them non-edgy, but I think it's for the 65-year-old grandmom and mom. It's for that 20-month-old baby. It's for the dad. I like my films to be universal, and I try to keep them like this. Sometimes the creative guy says, yes, do a dar, you know, do a bazigar, do a don. So I do them, but I still try and keep them within some parameters of what everybody can go and watch. Or even if they don't go when it's coming on television, it's not like, oh, that film is coming, switch it off, switch it off. It should not be like that. It can be, listen guys, you don't see it. Like with my kids, I watch a film and I'm like, eyes closed, ears shut. So they go like that. It's open, so they open. And the film is fine, you know. Sometimes mommy gets a little, you know, to tell them to keep quiet. I'm like, it's okay, as long as it's a basically decent entertainment. So yes, you're right, a lot of responsibility. And I get worried about it, yeah. There are times when I want to just do a freewheeling film and say, okay, let me be edgy. But then
You would never do a Kill Bill kind of a film.
Oh, I'd love to kill to do a film like Kill Bill.
It's so violent.
Yeah, it is very violent. But I'd make it artistically, I'll make it more lovable violent. Although I think it's an outstanding film. The kids like it, huh? Kids like that film.
Your kids have seen?
Oh yeah, they've seen. And I think, you know, some of the things, the way they're done, Quentin Tarantino is outstanding. So some of the films, you know, now they've started using too much blood, hands cutting and all. You don't need to show. I think you can make it more artistic and pretty, or good looking, or non-scary. I do. When I fight, I love fighting. I love action films. I love blood and shooting and killing. Unfortunately, nobody thinks I'm tough enough to do that. I built a six-pack, I did everything, but they're like, no, you come here and go, tujhe dekha to ye jana.
Don't tell me you are like every other boy who loves Godfather. I mean, it's the beginning and end of all films.
White vest, hair slicked back, dark glasses.
Chirut.
Pretty girls, yeah. Chirut I won't say because people don't like me smoking, so I won't talk about it on TV. And before you say hello, I shoot you. That's my dream. And I want to say, you talking to me? I want to be an Italian. Yeah, I want to be an Italian mafia guy, mafiosi. I love it. What would I do? I mean, I would kill to be in films like this. And maybe I still have a chance. I think I'm 42, 43 now. Another couple of years, maybe I'll go completely mad.
And if you were to pick one brand which you identify with, just one brand which you look up to, which you respect, which one would that be?
Amongst the ones I do? That would be unfair.
Otherwise, you know, you don't even have to pick something that you do globally, locally, one brand.
I think at this point of time, Bollywood is a great brand. I think that's an outstanding brand. And I found out that we don't have the rights to it. Somebody's bought the patent and
is that right?
I know a trademark has been trademarked by some Americans, I think.
Some squatters.
But just trust Americans to do that. But they have done it. So, but I think it's a great brand. I think it stands for kitsch, it stands for raw, it stands for emotion, it stands for wrong coming right, it stands for great business, it stands for organization and disorganization, method and madness, and stands for a lot of fun and warmth. And in a certain way, I think, you know, whenever a country is doing well, the cultural or the entertainment aspect of it starts coming to fore.
Soft power.
Yes, and you hear about Korean films, but Korea's doing well. You hear about Japanese films, Japan's doing well. Of course, American films we've always heard of. Suddenly you're not hearing of too many European films and, you know, English films. I'm not deriding anyone, but you know it's done and over with. And I think overall, when you go to America now, or to the western part or the eastern part, all you're hearing is India is being equated to Bollywood. I'm sorry I'm making a comment like this, but it's like Brazil is known for Brazil nuts or coffee. You know, so suddenly India is like Bollywood. And I think that's outstanding. I mean, we should be known for bauxite and aluminium, but we are known for Bollywood. And I think it's because of the country, but the face of it, the soft, the cover, the packaging, I think it's a great brand to be a part of. I'm really lucky that there was a time I didn't like the term, but I'm sure there's a time a lot of people didn't like SRK either. So it's like that.
Was that your idea?
You know, I like to write, you know, what do you say, a bye-bye at the end of it all, courtesy-wise.
Right.
And you know, when SMSs came on, I hate SMSing. My fingers are too fat. And also, there were a lot of SK. Sarojji was SK Saroj Khan. And you know, so I just said, oh, my name is actually two separate names. Very few people know this. It's Shah, and then it's Rukh, and then it's Khan.
So
there
your
three.
Name actually
means
SRK. What you are. You are King Khan, and
it means a prince-like face.
Shah is
I said humbly.
But talking about Bollywood, someday, very soon, Bollywood would overtake Hollywood as a brand?
Well, yes, as a brand, and I think we own about 3% or to 1% or 2% of market share. But, you know, when you talk about China and India, well, we have the eyeballs. I mean, people say that I'm such a big star in the world, not because of Western eyeballs. I'm a big star because of the Indian eyeballs. We are 1 billion people. Somewhere, making a lot of love and making a lot of babies is going to be a positive thing. And I think the time has come. You know, you always say make love, not war. So China and India has made a lot of love and a lot of babies, and now these babies are going to take over the world. So I think India will take over in every field, inshallah.
Shah Rukh Khan, thanks very much for talking to
Thank you,
ET now.
All the best.